Let's welcome everybody back. It is the 13th of August in the year 1871 in our save. We have been playing this save since since May of last year. So in May 2025, I picked up Out of the Park for the first time. And we are playing this save. We've been playing this save since May of 2025. 13 months later, and we have made it to August in the season. Welcome in, Dan David. I can't wait for Scotland match later and Brazil match coming up before. Oh my God, dude! Brazil Haiti is in Philadelphia, Dan. That it's going to be a party, man. That's going to be such a great atmosphere. So, but yeah, welcome in. 13th of August, 1871. And we got a good one for you. It's an interleague play. It's the 13-5 American League leading Boston Red Stockings. And they are traveling to Fort Wayne, Indiana to play the 14-13 National Leagues Fort Wayne Kekiongas. Now, Swiss versus Qatar, yeah. And Brazil, Morocco later. Yeah, I know. The games are at 3, 6, and 9 for me, so I'm going to be putting the laptop on around 3, the spare laptop. Right. Boston leads the National League. Boston leads the American League by a game and a half over the Cleveland Forest Cities. They're 13-5. They're coming off a win against the New York Mutuals that just snapped a 3-game losing streak. How are the Boston Red Stockings doing? How are the Boston Red Sox, because the Red Stockings are technically a different team. How are the Red Sox doing in real life? They're one of the worst teams in the American League this season. Unfortunately for Red Sox fans. Not well is the answer. But Boston 13-5, like I said, a game and a half ahead in the American League. They're playing their 19th game of the season. They will have 13 games after this. And then they're on the road at Fort Wayne, which is the 14-13 Fort Wayne Kekiongas. This is their 28th game of the season. There will be 4 games left for Fort Wayne after this. Fort Wayne currently sitting, I believe it's 2 or 2.5 games back now of the Rockford Forest Cities. And Fort Wayne looking to take what would be a big scalp against Boston here tonight at home. Are you doing a watch-along for Brazil match and Scotland game? I will be live during it, but it will not be a watch-along per se. We're either going to be doing Out of the Park, or we're going to be doing Out of the Park, or we're going to be doing Football Manager. Why did that not? I asked this to, hold on. Okay, there we go. Right, let's go through your starting lineup, shall we? Starting with the visiting Boston Red Stockings. For those of you that are new here that wonder why we're going to be looking down, we have a scorebook, and we'll be scoring the game today, as we do with every game. Right, first baseman Bug McAtee will lead things off, batting .361 with 12 RBIs so far this season. He's 2 for 5 versus Zetlin so far this season. Right fielder Outreach is in the 2 spot, batting .341. He's got 16 ribbies, 1 for 5 versus Zetlin this season. Tom Carey, the second baseman, will take up the 3 spot. He is batting .326 with 22 RBIs, 1 for 5 versus Zetlin this season. Andy Leonard in the 4 spot, the shortstop, batting .329 with 12 runs batted in. He is 2 for 3 versus Zetlin this season. Tommy Beals, the catcher, is in the 5 spot, .362 average with 12 RBIs. He's 2 for 5 versus Zetlin. Gene Kimball is going to get the call for left fielder. He's not normally a starter for Boston, but he gets the call up today, batting .174, 4 RBIs. He is 0 for 1 versus Zetlin this season. Joe Batten's on a hitting streak. He's in the 7th spot, the third baseman, batting .217 with 7 RBIs. He is 0 for 4 versus Zetland this season. Tom Patterson, another non-regular starter. We'll get the call up today for Boston. The center fielder in the 8 spot has 1 RBI, batting .167 so far this season. Just 18 at-bats, though. He's yet to face Zetland this season. And pitcher Asa Bernard rounds out the batting order for Boston. He's batting .217 with 8 RBIs. He is 0 for 1 versus Zetland this season. We'll come back to the pitching matchups in a moment. Let's do the lineups for the hometown Fort Wayne Kekiongas. Dickie Flowers will lead things off. Shortstop batting .347 with 13 ribbies, 2 for 3 versus Bernard this season. Count Sensendorfer, the center fielder, is in the 2 spot, batting .295, 19 RBIs. He is 1 for 3 versus Bernard. Jimmy Wood, second baseman, is going to be in the 3 spot. 1 home run, 23 RBIs. He is 3 for 3 versus Bernard, and that includes his lone home run this season. Steve King on a hitting streak, the left fielder, batting in the 4 spot. .297 with 24 RBIs. He is 0 for 3 versus Bernard this season. Harry Schaefer is in the 5 spot, third baseman, batting .267 with 12 runs batted in. He's 1 for 2 versus Bernard this season. Wes Fizzler, first baseman, batting in the 6th spot. He's got a .303 average. He's driven in 16 this season. 1 for 2 versus Bernard as well. Fergie Malone, the catcher, is in the 7th spot. .281 average, 16 RBIs, 0 for 2 versus Bernard this season. Dave Birdsall in the 8th spot. Right fielder batting .321. He is 19 RBIs, 1 for 2 versus the Boston pitcher. And the George Zetland, the pitcher, will round things out for Fort Wayne. He is batting .236 with 12 RBIs, 0 for 2 versus Bernard this season. On the pitching mound for Boston will be Asa Bernard. He is 11-5 in 18 starts with 2 no decisions. 2.74 ERA with a 1.57 whip. He is 0 for 1 versus Fort Wayne so far with a 6.0 ERA in that loss. For Fort Wayne, it is George Zetland, 14-13 in 27 starts with a 3.48 ERA with a 1.39 whip. He is 1-0 versus Boston with a 4.0 ERA in that win earlier this season. Clear skies. It's a 2:05 first pitch start. 73 degrees. For those of you that use Celsius, I believe that is going to be, is that 22? That is 22 to 23 degrees. Wind is blowing in from center at 9 miles an hour. We are ready as George Zetland is on the mound. Let's begin with your shout-outs. First inning means our first sponsor of the day. If you like base game out of the park content, definitely check out Hollywood. Hollywood is an awesome base game streamer. He's got an expansion team. I think it was the New Orleans Pirates? Is that what it was? And he made the National League Championship Series today. He was playing that against the Mets. Hollywood, if you're still here, how did that finish, by the way? But definitely go check him out if you're into baseball and out of the park. The great Hollywood will sponsor our first inning here tonight. Right. Sorry. Had to answer a DM there. Hollywood's going to sponsor our first inning here. George Zetland settles in. Here we go. The 13-5 Boston Red Stockings, one of the best teams in baseball, against the 14-13 Fort Wayne Kekiongas, who are coming down to the end of their season. And we are ready for the first pitch. And he's popped it straight up. Shortstop comes in for it. He's got it. And 1 pitch, 1 out to start this ball game. That's going to bring up Al Reach, the right fielder. First pitch to Reach. And he's lined this in the left center field. That could be extra bases. It goes all the way to the wall. The throw's coming into second. And Al Reach has got a stand-up double.
I owe allegiance to no entity. I intend to live by my own code.
Welcome
now.
in, man. Welcome in, Raiders. You caught us just at the start of our baseball game. You haven't missed anything. Bub McAtee popped up to the shortstop, and then Al Reach got a stand-up double. Welcome in. Guys, if you aren't already following Arjun, give him a follow. Great Dutch Football Manager streamer who is just part of the amazing network over there in the Netherlands. Just awesome streamer. Give him a follow if you haven't already. The great Arjun Viden. How are you, my friend? I am good. How are you, man? Did you stay up to watch the game last night? It was on at like 3 a.m. your time. I'm assuming no is the answer. I'm going to eat. All right, sounds good. Thank you for the alert. Tom Carey settles in, second baseman. Runner on second with 1 out. First pitch to Carey, and he's going to take that on the outside corner for a strike. It's 0-1. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Fouled, 0-2. Here's the 0-2. High and away, 1-2. The 1-2 pitch. And that one's going to get by the catcher, and Al Reach advances 90 feet. It's a wild pitch. Here's the 2-2. Grounded to short. The throw on to first is in time. 2 down. It's a big out. The runner could not move on it. Now there's 2 away. Here's Andy Leonard, the shortstop. First pitch to Leonard. That one, I believe, is going to catch the outside corner for a strike. 0-1. Here's the 0-1 pitch. That is lined into right field, base hit, and Boston has immediately jumped out to a 1-0 lead. Al Reach scores on the single by Andy Leonard. And the Red Stockings have a 1-0 advantage. Here's Tommy Beals, the catcher, 1 on with 2 out, first pitch, and he's popped it up right at third base. Third baseman's got it, and the side is retired. 1 run on 2 hits, and they left 1 man on base. We go bottom first here in Indiana, and Boston have taken a 1-0 lead. We're going to take a 3-minute ad break. We will be back with more in 3 minutes' time. We welcome you back. Bottom first here in Fort Wayne. Boston leading 1-0. Asa Bernard on the mound. Dickie Flowers settling in. We're ready. Here's the first pitch from Asa Bernard to start. And that's taken high for a ball, 1-0. The 1-0 pitch. That is lined into left, but drifts foul. 1-1. Here's the 1-1 pitch. And that one just catches the corner at the knees. 1-2. The 1-2 pitch. Popped it up. Into center. Center fielder's there. He's got it, one away. It's going to bring up Count Sensendorfer, the center fielder. First pitch to Sensendorfer. And that one is right down broad for a strike. It's 0-1. Here's the 0-1 pitch. That is high, 1-1 the count now. The 1-1 pitch. Fouled off, 1-2. The 1-2 pitch. High and inside, 2-2 to count. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Lined into left, but right at the left fielder. He's got it, 2 down. It's going to bring up second baseman Jimmy Wood. Nobody on, 2 out for Wood. Here's the first pitch. And he's fouled that off. It's 0-1. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Taken right down Broad Street, 0-2. The 0-2 pitch. This is popped up into right field, but foul will land in the seats. Here's the 0-2. Lined into right, but that one is just going to drift foul. Still 0-2. Here's the pitch. Foul to the backstop. Staying alive in this at-bat is Wood. 0-2 the count, and it's already the 6th pitch. Here it is. And he's popped this one up and playable. Second baseman's there. It's right at him, and the side is retired. They go down in order. On the Fort Wayne side, we go to the top of the second. Boston has a 1-0 lead. It'll be the 6, 7, 8 spots due up first. Gene Kimball is going to be the first man up. But for his new inning, new sponsor, DM Stewart is a amazing speedrunning retro game commentator who commentates the Final Fantasy randomizer for FF1 and the Worlds Collide randomizer for FF6. Give him a follow if you haven't already. The great DM Stewart sponsors our second inning here today. Gene Kimball is in the batter's box, left fielder. First pitch to him to start the second. And he's taking that high, 1-0. Here's the 1-0 pitch. That's high and away, 2-0. The 2-0 pitch. He swung on that one and popped it up. Second baseman's there. He's got it. And that's 1 down to start the second. going to bring up Joe Batten, the third baseman. First pitch to Batten is well off the plate inside, 1-0. Here's the 1-0 pitch. He's fouled that off. One and one. The 1-1 pitch. Lined foul down the third base side. 1-2 now. The 1-2. High and away, 2-2. Here's the 2-2. Grounded back to the mound. The throw on to first is in time, 2 down. 1-3 on the putout. As Batten's retired, that'll bring up Tom Patterson, the center fielder. Patterson doesn't have a lot of reps at the plate. Less than 20 at bats so far this season. First pitch, he swings. It goes to second. The throw on to first is in time. And the side is retired. No runs, no hits, no men left on base. We go bottom second here in Fort Wayne. And Boston has a 1-0 lead. I apparently cannot write a 0 on the scorecard. Good Lord. There you go. The middle of the order will be due up first. It'll be Steve King set to lead things off. I need to go take a ibuprofen for my head, so we're gonna take a because I'm getting my headache back. Welcome in, Ian. We're gonna run to an ad break. We're gonna run 3-minute ad break, so I can go get some ibuprofen. We'll be back with more in 3 minutes time. Ian on the 20-stream watch streak. Give me them chips, he says. Ian, absolutely, my man. I don't have them physically built yet because I've been battling this headache, which I had yesterday, so I went to bed early instead of building the chip stacks back, but I've recorded it. You now have 6. That's right, 6 white chips, my friend. Thank you for the 20-stream watch streak, Ian. That's crazy. Your support's appreciated, brother. I hope you're well, Ian. Welcome in. We are absolutely on top album watch. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Right. Welcome back, everybody. Bottom second. Steve King settling in. First pitch to King. And he's fouled that off. It's 0-1. How you doing? My sleep was all broken up. Like, I had a headache yesterday. I'm getting it back. I stayed up to watch the U.S. game. I'm working, almost done. Then to Mom's to help her set up her patio for summer. Oh, wow. But yeah, I'm okay. I stayed up to watch the U.S. game. I fell asleep right after, which was like 20 after 11 at night. I woke up at 12:30, looked at Discord, and saw a message from Crack that said, "Are you awake?" Or not even "Are you awake?" He says, "Can I call you?" And I was like, "Yeah." So I actually called him. And I called him 3 times and he never responded. He's okay, by the way. I just thought if he needed something, because for him it would have been like fucking 5:30 in the morning. But I didn't get back to sleep until 1 because of that. And then I woke up at 2:30, and it took me till like 3:30, 3:45 to fall back asleep. And then the alarm went off at 7:30 in the morning. It was around 7:30 the alarm went off. So it's just like I'm tired because it was all broken up and not enough and just, yeah. So if I yawn, you'll have to forgive me. But other than that, I'm doing well, man. I just hope this headache goes away. I think it's food related. I didn't really have a lot to eat yesterday. Speaking of chips, really quickly, one thing I would like to do is shuffle the deck. Because we've yet to do that on stream. So let's take a moment real quick just to shuffle the deck. Okay. Right. Here's the 0-1 to Asa Bernard. I'm sorry, to Steve King. That's flied out into right at the right fielder. He's got it, 1 away. It's going to bring up Harry Schaefer, the third baseman. First pitch to Schaefer. Lined right at the second baseman. He's got it, 2 down. And now that's Wes Fizzler settling in. First pitch to Fizzler. Off the plate, away, 1-0. Good afternoon, hope you're good. I'm good, Spyro, how are you? Nice stream earlier, man. Chat, we can hire Spyro after the World Cup to manage the U.S. team because he got him into the semifinals of the World Cup today. That's good enough for me. Give the man a contract. Here's the 1-0. That's on the inside. That didn't look high. That looked like that should have been a strike. It's 2-0 though. How was was it Shrewsbury you're at? Thanks so much. Yeah, is it Shrewsbury you're at? Is that what I'm correct in saying that, right? In the English pyramid? Because I know you transitioned over to that save afterwards. Here's the 2-0. Grounded to first, he'll take it to the bag himself, and the side is retired. 6 up, 6 down to start for Fort Wayne. We go top third, 1-0 Boston. Yeah, just beat Leeds with Shrewsbury. Nice. Championship or Prem? I can't remember what division you're at. Championship or Prem? I'm trying to think of the question myself. I can't remember. Championship, that's right, yeah. Very nicely done. Right, new inning means new sponsor. Ian Bigfoot is an awesome gentleman. He's just a kind soul, really. He's an amazing individual. He's going to be getting back into streaming at some point this year. Last playing Labyrinthine. Give him a follow if you haven't already. He's also got one of the best beards on all of Twitch. Ian Bigfoot is our sponsor for today's third inning. It'll be Asa Bernard, the pitcher, settling in. He's going to lead things off. 9-1-2 spots. Here's the first pitch. That's taken on the outside. No, that's I don't think that missed. But it's called a ball. Here's the 1-0 pitch. That's lined into right, foul. 1-1. We are going to rip packs and do perfect team after this game. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Grounded to short. The throw one to first is in time. 1 away. We go back to the top of the order and Bug McAtee. He popped out to short his first at bat. First pitch to McAtee. And that one is taken at the knees, 0-1. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Way inside, 1-1. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Off the plate, inside again, 2-1. The 2-1 pitch. Off the plate, inside, hitters count now 3-1. That's the programming note for today, by the way. We're going to do this game. Then we're going to do perfect team. And then we're going to transition over to Football Manager. That should be interesting. I have our first game in Football Manager today is going to be the group stage, the Asian Nations Cup group stage match against Korea, who are ranked 8th in the world. I don't think we have a snowball's chance in hell of beating them, but we are at least already out of the groups. GT Sundown, what's good, man? How are you? Good to see you. Happy Saturday, happy weekend to you. I hope you're well. Did you watch the U.S. game last night by any chance? Here's the 3-1. Swung on and missed. 3-2. The 3-2 pitch is lined into right, base hit. And Bub McAtee fights all at bat to get aboard. He's got a single. I am going to sit down. Turned on after we were 2-0 up, but didn't catch the rest. Oh, but did catch the rest. That second goal by Balogun, which is the third one we scored, what a freaking finish. What a finish. Reyna's was good too. Reyna's was outside of the foot, and it was wrong-footed as well. I was like, oh my God. Yeah, that was electric, that game. I am going to sit down. I am off from work starting Tuesday. So I think Tuesday I'm going to sit down and look at boosts for Choi Sung-min and how many more I can do this year or this season and how many I have. And then I'll reach out to the commission and be like, here, let me finish boosting for the season. And then I'll just stack boost until next season. And then that way, right when the season starts, I can just be like, let's just go ham. Because I think I'm close. Sounds good. If you have any questions, Bob, I am the one. That's the intention. Is I'm going to have a lot of questions. So yeah, I'm one of these guys. I'm intelligent. Don't get me wrong. I can figure things out. But sometimes I need it explained to me like I'm 5 initially, and then once it is, I'm good. You know what I mean? So. It's just the wording on the Master Excel has me a bit like confused, I guess I could say. But yeah, I'll definitely pop it in there. Right, here's Al Reach. He doubled his last at bat. First pitch to Reach. I hope you're doing well though, man. How's your weekend going? That's grounded over to second. They go to second for the first runner, and it will be a fielder's choice. FC 4-6. They throw McAtee out at first. Reach will get to they throw Al Reach out at second. They throw McAtee out at second. Al Reach gets to first on the fielder's choice, and there's one on with 2 down. Brings up Tom Carey. He grounded out his first at bat. First pitch to Carey. And that one, I think, just caught the outside corner. It did, 0-1. Here's the throw over to first, and Reach is back in time. Here's the 0-1. Check swing. That's going to get by the catcher. Reach goes to second for free. It's a pass ball. The catcher will ask first base. He did not go. And it is 1-1 the count. There's the 1-1 pitch. Flied into right, but drifted foul. It'll be 1-2. The 1-2 pitch, incoming. Popped up. Right at the second baseman. He's got it, and the side is retired. No runs on 1 hit, and they left that man on base. We go bottom third here in Fort Wayne. 1-0 Boston. The bottom of the order is due up. Fergie Malone will be the first man up. The queen has been dethroned. We have a new number 1. We are going to take a 3-minute break. 9.42 versus 9.4. Well, wow, that's insanely close. Right. We're going to take a 3-minute break. We'll be back with more in 3 minutes' time. welcome back. Bottom third. Here in, hold on 1 second. There we go. Bottom third here in Fort Wayne. Fergie Malone settles in. First pitch to Malone. And that one is right at the knees, 0-1. The animate, like the box, like up here, looks like that's in the zone, but animation-wise, that looked low. There's the 0-1. Listen, if it's in, it's in. And Malone swings on that one, 0-2. Here's the 0-2 pitch. And Malone's going to ground that over the third. The throw one to first. That's in time. One away. It's going to bring up Dave Birdsall, the right fielder. First pitch to Birdsall. That one is definitely below the knees, and it's 1-0. How you doing today, by the way, Viva? Hope you're well. Here's the 1-0. Rounded over to second. The throw one to first. That's in time. 2 down. That brings up George Zetlin, the pitcher. First pitch to Zetlin. Inside, 1-0. Here's the 1-0. Zetlin's lined it into center. It's a base hit. And the first runner for Fort Wayne is aboard here with 2 outs in the bottom of the third. That'll bring up Dickie Flowers. He flied out to center his first at bat. First pitch. Check swing. They ask third base. He went around, says the third base umpire. And it's 0-1. Here's the 0-1. Inside, 1-1. The 1-1 pitch is going to get by the catcher. Zetlin will go to second for free. It's a pass ball, 2-1 to count. Here's the 2-1 pitch. And that one is on the inside corner for a strike. It's 2-2. The 2-2 pitch is lined into right field. It's going to hang up there. Right fielder's underneath it. He's got it. And the side is retired. No runs on 1 hit, and they left that man on base. We go top fourth. 1-0 Boston. The middle of the order, 2 up for the Red Stockings. It'll be Andy Leonard set to lead things off. But first, new inning, new sponsor. Spyro is an amazing football manager streamer. He's been doing some fun World Cup saves. He's tried to take Haiti as far as he could. He's tried to take a bunch of different nations as far as he could. Today was the United States, and he got him into the semifinals. Also has a great save going with Shrewsbury in the championship. Give him a follow if you haven't already. The great Spyro will sponsor our 4th inning here today. Andy Leonard with a single and an RBI. His last at bat. Thanks so much. You're welcome. Thank you for being here, Spyro. Andy Leonard singled with an RBI. Here is the first pitch to him from George Zetlin. Start the 4th. And he is swung on and missed on a pitch outside the zone. And it's 0-1. At least it looked outside the zone to me. The tracker says it's in. Here's the 0-1. That's popped up right in the infield. Right at the first baseman. He's got it. One away. It's going to bring up Tommy Beals. He popped up to the third baseman his last at bat. First pitch to Beals. And Beals is going to take that right down Broad Street for a called strike. It's 0-1. Here's the 0-1 pitch. That's popped up. In foul territory. First baseman's there. He's got it. 2 down now. It's going to bring up Gene Kimball. Hang on. Leaving an alert as I'm heading out on a walk. Enjoy the walk, Viva. Sorry, I got asked a question by Kava. I was answering his question. All right, here's Kava comes live right now. Here's Gene Kimball. He popped up to second his first at bat. First pitch to Kimball. That's high. 1-0. Here's the 1-0. Swung on and missed. That's 1-1. The 1-1. Grounded over to the mount. Oh, it's a fumble. It's an error. It's an E3. Really, honestly, the pitcher should have had that. No reason why he decided to go to. No reason why he just should have gone to first base. It should have been. I mean, he should have went for the ground ball. The first baseman should have just covered the bag. It is an error on the first baseman, though. A handling error. Wes Fizzler gets credited with the error. And Gene Kimball's aboard with 2 outs. Here is the first pitch to Joe Batten, who grounded out his last at bat. That is high, 1-0. The 1-0 pitch. Rounded right up the middle. The shortstop's over there. He's got it. And the side is retired. No runs, no hits, and they left one man on base. We go to the bottom of the 4th. It's still just a 1-0 ball game. It'll be the 2, 3, 4 spots due up. Count Sensendorfer is going to be the first man up. The center fielder. But first, we are going to take a 3-minute break. We will be back with more in 3 minutes' time. Welcome back. It is bottom fourth. Welcome back. Thank you. It is bottom fourth here in Fort Wayne, Indiana. Boston with a 1-0 lead. For those that might not be 100% familiar, we do run the 3-minute ad breaks every half inning. A lot of the time on these longer streams specifically, it is literally to push that ad timer out. So that ad timer, by the time we're done, is going to be the game, not the perfect team packs, but the game. That ad timer is going to be like 4 or 5 hours away. And so the football manager side of things will be ad-free viewing. You will get pre-rolls if you join in the middle of the football manager section, but once you get in, it'll be ad-free viewing for hours at a time, which is the way I like to have it. I think that's a much better way of having it. And having the ad breaks in the half inning allows me to really do that pretty well. So also gives me time to do things like catch up on messages, so and DMs and email. Right. 2, 3, 4 spots to lead things off for Fort Wayne. Count Sensendorfer is the first man up. Here's the first pitch to Sensendorfer. And he is taking that for a ball, 1-0. Here's the 1-0. Check swing. They ask third base. He did not go, says the third base umpire, and it is 2-0. Here's the 2-0 pitch. Grounded back to the mound. The throw over to first is in time, and that's the first out. It's going to bring up Jimmy Wood, the second baseman. He popped up to second base his last at bat. First pitch to Jimmy Wood. And that one is right at the knees for a strike, 0-1. It's going to bring up, here's the 0-1 pitch. Foul down the first base side. 0-2 now. Here is the 0-2 pitch. Ripped into right, base hit. And Jimmy Wood becomes just the second base runner for Fort Wayne in this game. Steve King is next. He flat out to right his first at bat. 1 on, 1 out for Fort Wayne. Here's the first pitch to Steve King. And that's lined into left center, base hit, back-to-back hits for Fort Wayne. Wood will go to second. King is parked on first. And now there's 2 on with 1 out for Harry Schaefer. Schaefer lined out to second base. His first at bat. First pitch to Schaefer. And that is taken. Where did he miss with that pitch? Where did he miss with that? Even the animation looked like that was a strike. A missed call at home plate. It's a ball, 1-0. Here's the 1-0. But then that one's called a strike. It's 1-1. Here's the 1-1. Right at the knees, 1-2. Here's the 1-2 pitch. That is high, and that gets by the catcher. Wood goes to third. King will go to second. It's a pass ball. And it's second and third with one out. The 2-2 pitch. Ripped into right center field. That is going to bring in runs. It's off the wall. It takes one out. Hop in the warning track and goes off the wall. Going to third. Safe at third is Schaefer. And he's got himself a 2 RBI triple. And Fort Wayne have taken the lead. It's 2-1. Right. Wes Fissler settles in. He grounded out to first his last at bat. One out and a runner just 90 feet away. First pitch to Fissler. Inside, ball one. The 1-0 is popped up, flied out into center. Is the runner going to tag is the question. He will not. It's a very good throw. And it just was not deep enough, so the runner cannot tag up. He is stuck on third. That's Schaefer. I'm sorry, yeah, that's Schaefer stuck on third. Now there are 2 outs. Here's Fergie Malone. Malone grounded out his last at bat. First pitch to Malone. And he's taking that for a called strike. It's 0-1. There's the 0-1 pitch. Inside, 1-1. The 1-1. Grounded over to short. The throw on to first is in time, and the side is retired. 2 runs on 3 hits, and they left 1 man on base. We go to the top of the 5th. Fort Wayne have taken the lead. It's 2-1. It'll be the 8-9-1 spots due up. Tom Patterson will be the first batter up. I do not have any other streamers that have come in yet, or at least spoken. Oh, I have to have Raz. Let's shout him out, because he did hit the lurk thing. Raz is an awesome FM streamer. He's got a network save with Lou IT Gaming. He's also got a great solo save going with Portsmouth Men after success in that same save with Portsmouth Women. Give him a follow if you haven't already. The great Raz the Beer will sponsor our 5th inning here tonight. Right. Tom Patterson is the first man up, and he has grounded out his first at bat. First pitch to Patterson. And Patterson fans at that one and misses. It's 0-1. Here's the 0-1. Right down Broad Street, 0-2. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Lined into center. No, that's right at the shortstop. He's got it. 1 away. It's going to bring up Asa Bernard, the pitcher. He grounded out his last at bat. First pitch to Bernard. And he tries to hold up, but the home plate umpire says he did not, and that is a called strike. 0-1. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Popped up in right. way up there. Is that going to be caught? No, it's going to land in the seats in foul territory. It's 0-2. Here's the 0-2 pitch. That's high, 1-2. The 1-2 pitch is popped up. Shortstop's under it. He's got it. 2 down. That is going to bring up Bub McAtee in the top of the order. McAtee is 1 for 2 so far today. First pitch to McAtee. Grounded over to first. First baseman will take it to the bag himself. And the side is retired. They go down in order in the Boston half of the fifth. We move to the Fort Wayne half of the fifth. It's 2-1 Kekiongas. It'll be the 8-9-1 spots due up. Dave Birdsall is set to lead things off. Thank you for the, hey, Hindo. No Scotland, no fucking party. Steve Clark's Tartan Army. Nice. Very nice. Thank you for the sub, Hindo. Super John McGinn. Thank you for the 7-month sub, man. I know you're excited. I just don't think you. Yeah, we are gonna take a Steve Clark, man. We've got McGinn, Super John McGinn. I just don't think you understand. Hey, Steve Clark, man. He's better than Zidane. We've got Super John McGinn. Nice, nice, nice. Right, we're going to take a 3-minute break. We'll be back with more in 3 minutes' time. Good luck in the game today, Heindo. Welcome back. Bottom fifth, 2-1 game here. And Dave Birdsall is set to get things going for Fort Wayne. Birdsall grounded out his first at bat. Here's the first pitch to Birdsall. And that one's taken in there for a strike. 0-1. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Grounded over to short. Throw one to first is in time. One away. So Birdsall is retired. It's going to bring up George Zetlin, the pitcher. He singled his first at bat. Here's the first pitch to Zetlin. That's off the plate, 1-0. Here's the 1-0 pitch. He's behind on that one. Or he's just whiffed on that one. It's 1-1. Here's the 1-1 pitch. That one, he's behind on. 1-2. The 1-2 pitch. Grounded over to second. Throw one to first is in time. 2 down. It's going to bring up Dickie Flowers in the top of the order. He's flied out twice. First pitch. That's high and away, 1-0. The 1-0. Check swing, but it's in there for a called strike anyway, 1-1. Here's the 1-1. That's popped up. Shallow center. Shortstop's back there. He's got it, and the side is retired. They go down in order in the bottom half of the fifth. We move to the top half of the sixth. It's a 2-1 Fort Wayne game. It'll be the 2, 3, 4 spots. Al Reach is going to lead things off. He's 1 for 2 so far today. But first, he is an awesome Scottish streamer. He's been playing War Thunder. He plays Football Manager. He plays GTA 5 RP. Amongst a bunch of other different games. Give him a follow if you haven't already. The Crane Hindo will sponsor our 5th inning here tonight. Or I'm sorry, our 6th inning here tonight. Right, here's the first pitch to Reach. And that's inside. 1-0. Here's the 1-0. That's below. 1-1. Lou. Oh no, that's a called strike. I beg your pardon. 1-1. How you doing, Lou? Hope you're well. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Off the plate. No, it's going to catch the outside corner. 1-2. How are you this Saturday? How are you enjoying your Saturday? Here's the 1-2. Swung on and missed. Hey, struck him out. 1 down. So what happened with the USA then? I mean, honestly, the US was on top of that game for like 80 minutes. I mean, they just dominated that game from start to finish. Really. Paraguay had like a moment in the second half where they scored and everyone thought, okay, hold on, this team's dangerous. But then the U.S. got back in control, just dominated the game. I would say Paraguay had like 10 minutes of good play, and the whole rest of the game was the U.S., man. Badigan's second goal was phenomenal. What a finish. And then Reyna's goal is Reyna's goal was incredible. From what I read, that never happens. It's the first time we've scored 4 goals in a World Cup game ever. And it's the first time we've scored 3 goals in the first half of a World Cup game since the 2002 group stage match versus Portugal, where we won 3-2. Yeah, it was phenomenal from start to finish. Here's the first pitch to Tom Carey. He's grounded that back up he's 0 for 2. He's grounded it back to the mound, and that is going to be an error. Is it a throwing error? It is a throwing error, yes. So Zetland gets credited with a throwing error, and Tom Carey's aboard on an E1. Lou's going to acquire a poker chip. I did not have time. I had a headache yesterday, so I didn't rebuild the stacks yesterday like I said I was going to. I'm going to rebuild them on Tuesday because I am off Tuesday. You are now up to 4 white chips, Lou. You have 4 white chips to your name. Right, here's Andy Leonard. He's 1 for 2 so far today. Yeah, but it does never happen. Throw over to first, and carries back safely. We'll see how they do against Australia and who's the other team in their group? Who the hell's the other team in their group? Oh, Turkey. Yeah. Other than a good evening for the USA. How you doing? Doing all right, man. We're vibing. I didn't sleep well, but other than that, I'm all right. How are you? Here's the first pitch to Leonard. That's fouled off, 0-1. Here's the 0-1. That is flied out into left. Left fielder's got plenty of time to get under it. He does. 2 down. Here's the Tommy Beals settling in. He's popped out twice. Throw over to first, and Carey is back safely. Your shout-outs come in literally at the top of the next inning, by the way, Lou. Here's the first pitch. That's inside, ball 1. Here's the 1-0. Inside, 2-0. Tired. I really wanted to stay up for Brazil game, but fear that I will be asleep before then. Starts 11 p.m. for us. Yeah, you guys, the games tonight for you guys are 8, 11, and 2 a.m. I'm surprised that they're 3, 6, and 9 p.m. over here. I would have thought noon would have been a good start time, but I don't know where the first game is being played at. Like, is the Scotland game out west? sorry. I'm sorry. Yeah, why is San Francisco the first host? Do you know what I mean? Like, the first game is San Francisco. That doesn't make any sense. Like, it should be, and then the Brazil game is New York. Like, if anything, you put Brazil, Morocco at 3 because they're playing on the East Coast. And then you put um, Haiti, Scotland at 6 because they're playing on the East Coast. And then you let the 9 p.m. game beat Qatar, Switzerland because they're playing on the West Coast. So it would be 6 o'clock there. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't understand why they scheduled it that way. And the 8 p.m. one probably isn't a great game. Good thing, though, is that Anna's watching games that start evening with me. So not missing those. Fair enough. Is she, how old is Anna, by the way? If you don't mind me asking. Here's the 2-0 pitch. That one's going to get by the catcher. And so Carey gets second base for free. Here is the, what was that? How old is Anna? If you don't mind me asking. Uh, 3-0 is the count. Here's the pitch. That's going to just catch the inside corner, 3-1. She is 47. A couple years. Oh, I thought Anna was your kid. Because you have a kid, don't you? Or do you have 2 kids? T-Matt, welcome in. You have 3 kids. I thought like they were young, like real young, and I thought Anna was like one of the names of your kids. My bad. Oh, 16, 14, and 6. Okay. Oh, wow. Okay. Because I was like, I always get curious as to like when you have I don't have kids, so obviously I don't know, but like when you get to like age 4 or 5, if they start taking a really big interest in like watching the football, and then it's like, does that become something where you're like, maybe we should start thinking about getting them playing, and you know, the younger one is with Anna. Gotcha. Do you know what I mean? And then you're like, okay, now we need to think about finding an academy for you know, like the 5 or 6 year old and getting them playing, getting them, you know, used to it, you know, used to the sport, I guess. Here's the 3-1 pitch. That's chopped foul. 3-2. The count runs full. 3-2. Swung on and missed. He struck him out. And that's going to retire the side. No runs, no hits, and they left one man on base. We go to the bottom of the 6th. It's 2-1 Fort Wayne. It will be the 2, 3, 4 spots due up first. Count Sensendorfer is going to lead things off. We are going to take ourselves a 3-minute ad break. We will be back with more in 3 minutes' time. Right, welcome back. Bottom six. The elder two watched the game with me last night. My eldest, she does, I guess the younger two then you mean? My eldest, she doesn't really have any interest in football. The elder boy, I take to football and he enjoys playing, but not really watching too much. I can understand that because, especially over there, there's so many leagues. And like over here, I feel like at times you kind of get bombarded, or you can be bombarded with the amount of football there is. I mean, there's like MLS, the CPL is on. Then you've got, in the midday, you've got like Champions League and Europa League and Conference League and Premier League and La Liga and Bundesliga and Serie A. These are all available to watch. And it's just like, there's just so much on. And like a lot of television companies and television stations, broadcasting stations, whatever you want to call them, are trying to cash in on the rise of popularity. So, like, they'll put on random leagues. Like, there was a point, I don't know if it's still the case. I haven't really checked what network television is like over here anymore. But there was a time where, like, Fox Sports 2 would have, like, K-League on. And, like, if you were up in the middle of the night and it was, like, 12 o'clock, like midnight or 1 a.m., the K-League is just on. And like there was always something on somewhere. So I feel like that can lead to a lot of exhaustion or burnout with watching the sport. Right. It's bottom six. It's Count Sensendorfer. He's 0 for 2. Here's the first pitch. And that is taken off the plate for a called strike. I'm sorry, not off the plate. It's right on the corner of the plate for a called strike. It's 0-1. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Inside, 1-1. Here's the 1-1. That's popped up into left, drifting towards the seats. It will land in the seats. 1 and 2. Here's the 1-2. That's high, 2-2. The 2-2 pitch. Inside, 3-2. Here's the 3-2. Lined into left center, base hit. And that one's going to go all the way to the wall for extra bases. The throw coming in, a leadoff double for Count Sensendorfer here to start the bottom of the sixth. It's going to bring up Jimmy Wood. He's 1 for 2 so far today. First pitch to Wood. Inside, ball 1. I just have to get rid of my sports. This is the first weekend without. Luckily, all games for the World Cup are free to air. We don't get all the leagues here either. Sky have some, BT, TNT have some, but most are behind other paywalls. Yeah, I think that's the other thing is like, we're the same way. Like for us, Bundesliga and I think Ligue 1 and the FA Cup are on ESPN Plus. The Carabao Cup, the Conference League, the Europa League, the Champions League, League 1, League 2, and the Championship are on, and Serie A, and the U.S. Open Cup are on Paramount Plus. So that's 2 subscription services. The Premier League is on NBC and Peacock, so that's 3 subscription services. And then what else? I think La Liga might also be on ESPN Plus, if I remember correctly. I think La Liga, they're either on Paramount or ESPN Plus. So, but then like Fox Sports, thankfully they didn't for this World Cup. If you have Fox Sports 1 and you have Fox, you can watch all the games at this World Cup. But during the Euros 2 years ago, they stuck, I think, 6 games on Fubo, which was another subscription service. And sometimes they'll host like U.S. if they get the rights to like a U.S. friendly or something, they'll put it behind the Fox Sports app, and you'll have to like pay the premium subscription for the app to watch the friendly, the U.S. team or something like that. And it's just like, what the hell? You know what I mean? There's just so many subscription services. So, but to be honest with you, they've done like it's like the same shit with baseball over here. Here's the 1-0 pitch. And that one's going to be a called strike. It's 1-1. Baseball and the NWSL are hands down the worst. The NWSL split their league games. So what I mean is they went to Amazon Prime, and Amazon Prime was like, they wanted like these 15 league games, and they didn't want to pay for the rights for any of the rest of the league. So they sold 15 games to Amazon Prime. And then Paramount came in and was like, we'll take the rest. But then they got outbid by, I think it was like ABC. So like ABC, which is owned by Disney, which is ESPN as well. They took like the playoffs, and then they took like 10 regular season games. So it was like there was another subscription service, and then if CBS didn't want to carry the rest of the games, like they had an intention to put it behind Paramount Plus, or they just didn't want to cover the game at all, you had to buy the NWSL like media package on the website. So you had to have, if you wanted to watch the National Women's Soccer League this past season or this current season, you had to have 4 subscription services to catch all the games. You had to have ESPN Plus, Paramount Plus, NWSL Plus, and Amazon Prime. And it was like, why is one league require all that? MLB's the same way. Some games are on Apple TV. Some games are on ESPN. Some games are on Fox. Some games are on MLB TV, which is the online streaming service. And it's like, why? Why is that the case? Some games are on Peacock as well, I think. And I'm just like, what the, like, it's just stupid. Hot dog ball. Yes, welcome to Out of the Ballpark Frank Hot Dogs 27. How you doing, Smokaya? Good to see you. Right, here's the 1-1 pitch. That one is at the knees, 1-2. Playing power, of course, you're hooked. Here's the 1-2. Grounded to short. Throw over to first is in time. 1 away. The runner does move the third base on the ground ball, so he is 90 feet away with 1 out. Here's Steve King. He's 1 for 2. First pitch. And that's taken for a called strike. It's 0-1. Here's the 0-1. Off the plate, 1-1. The 1-1 pitch. Rounded over to second. The throw on to first is in time. 2 down. Does not move the runner. He's stuck on third. That's Count Sensendorfer. Here's Harry Schaefer. He is 1 for 2 so far today. First pitch to Schaefer. That's going to get by the catcher. Sensendorfer comes in. He scores. And it's 3-1 Fort Wayne. The catcher didn't block it. It's a pass ball. And Fort Wayne have extended their lead. Here's the 1-0. Chop foul. 1-1. Here's the 1-1 pitch. And that one is going to just catch the corner. 1-2. Here's the 1-2. Off the plate, 2-2. Here's the 2-2. That's lined into right. That's drifting foul to land there. Still 2-2. Right, bedtime for the youngest incoming. Going to be lurking around for a bit. Sounds good, Lou. Thank you for the lurk. Here's the 2-2. And that is high, 3-2. Here's the 3-2 pitch. Popped it up. In the infield. Second baseman's coming in to grab it. He's got it, and the side is retired. No runs, or I'm sorry, 1 run on 1 hit, and nobody left on base. We go top 7th here in Fort Wayne, and the Kekiongas have extended their lead. It's 3-1. It'll be the 6, 7, 8 spots due up first for Boston. Gene Kimball is going to get things let off. By the way, Smoke Kaya was right, but first, Lou IT Gaming is a awesome football manager streamer. Give him a follow if you haven't already. He's a really cool dude to talk to. His streams are a hell of a lot of fun. Give him a follow. Lou Gaming is going to sponsor our 7th inning here tonight. I'm going to go box score here and return the game to reset the sound. Here's Gene Kimball. He's 0 for 2. First pitch to Kimball. And Kimball's grounded that foul down the first base side. There's the 0-1. Inside, 1-1. The 1-1 pitch. Fouled down the third base side. 1-2. The 1-2 pitch. Off the plate away, 2-2. The 2-2 pitch. Off the plate, ball 3. That probably should have been strike 3. Here's the 3-2. He's popped it up. Second baseman's coming in. He's got it, 1 away. It's going to bring up Joe Batten. He's also 0 for 2 so far today. First pitch to Batten. And he's taken that on the inside corner, 0-1. Here's the 0-1 pitch. That is high, 1-1. The 1-1. Fouled, 1-2. Hold on. Okay. There's the 1-2. High and away, 2-2. Here's the 2-2 pitch. He's popped this one up into center. Center fielder's under it. He's got it 2 down. It's going to bring up Tom Patterson. He's 0 for 2. First pitch to Patterson. High and away, ball 1. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Rounded over to short. The throw one to first is in time, and the side is retired. We love it. I love the one they putting out of the park. Absolutely love the one they putting out of the park. Having said that, we are going to step away. We are going to play the Harrison Sheckler version as always. I have to use the restroom, so I mean it would be advised to step away right now. But we are going to be back. As always, enjoy this rendition of Take Me Out to the Ball Game. Be right back. Right, you heard the man. We're going to play ball. We are back. Is my ticker is stuck. Nope, there it goes. Right. Bottom 7th. Zig. What's up, Zig? Acquire poker chip. Zig, I haven't physically rebuilt them yet. You still have a free redeem, not exceeding 250 points, and you have 3 now white chips. There you go. It's bottom 7th here in Fort Wayne. Wes Fizzler's going to lead things off. It'll be the 6, 7, 8 spots. And Fizzler 0 for 2 so far today. How are you, Zig? Hope you're well. Good evening to you. Here's the first pitch to Fizzler. And that's taken inside 1-0. Here's the 1-0. Off the plate. 2-0. I'm currently okay, although it's been a hell of a day. I'm sorry to hear that, man. Swung on and missed that one, 2-1. I'm very sorry to hear that. I feel bad. I feel even worse now because I pipped you in the society standings by 1 stroke yesterday. I actually shot. I had a horrible 3rd round, and I shot really good 4th round. I watered on 1 hole, and then I was like, man, if I hadn't watered and double bogeyed, I literally would have gained like 3 strokes on the field. I don't care. I know. Just well played. Thank you. You were up there too. You're like 4th, man. You're playing well as well. I'm looking forward to next week's society round. So I'm happy you got me back into PGA. That's been it's been a lot of fun, you know. Here's the 2-1. That's low, 3-1. Here's the 3-1 pitch. Ball 4. He's walked him. And Fizzler's got a leadoff walk. Okay, sorry. All right, sorry. My bad. Right. Here's Fergie Malone. Malone is 0 for 2 so far today. Here's the first pitch. That is flied out into center, deep center. There's enough room for the center fielder there. He's got it. And that's 2 down. That's 1 down. So runner doesn't move from first base. Right. Here's Dave Birdsall, the right fielder. He's 0 for 2. First pitch. That is cracked in the left center and right in the gap. That takes one hop against the warning track, and it goes off the wall. The slide into third base. Throw to third base. He's safe at third. It's an RBI triple for Dave Birdsall. And it's coming around the score from first is Fizzler. 4-1 Fort Wayne. Welcome in, Mariners. Happy Sunday, Saturday. Fuck me, I'm tired too. Give me 1 second here. Oop, I didn't mean to do that. Uh, uh, Big win last night. Sorry, I was messaging somebody. I was at, they've been messaging me all day today, and today's like the first day in 6 weeks they've been able to work on something for me. So I want to like catch them while they actually have the time. Right, here's George Zetlin. He's 1 for 2. It was a big win. It wasn't just the fact that they won 2 Mariners. It's the fact that, as that's taken in the zone for a strike, 0-1. It's the fact that they looked so impressive. You know what I mean? Like, they literally dominated that game. There's the 0-1 pitch. Like, Paraguay just looked on a completely, like, they just looked, the U.S. looked on a completely different level to Paraguay. Like, it gives you, that's the kind of performance that gives you a lot of, oh, yeah, it was a hell of a finish. Right, here's the 1-1 pitch. That is down low, 2-1. Here's the 2-1. That is flied out into left. Is that gonna? That's gonna be off the wall. And Birdsall is certainly going to score. And Zetlin's got an RBI double. It's 5-1 Fort Wayne. Reyna's was a really good goal too, as well. It's going to bring up Dickie Flowers, the top of the order. Flowers is 0 for 3. First pitch to Flowers. Right down Broad Street, 0-1. Here's the 0-1 pitch. That is high, and it gets by the catcher. That is a passed ball yet again. Zetlin moves to third, 1-1 to count. Here's the pitch. And that one is inside, 2-1. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Swung on and missed, 2-2. The 2-2. Fouled down the third base side. Still 2-2. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Rounded in the gap, base hit. It's an RBI single for Flowers as Zetlin scores. 6-1 Fort Wayne. Here's Sensendorfer selling in. He's 1 for 3. First pitch. That is flied out foul in left field. Here's that's the wrong pitcher. It's over here. Here's the 0-1. That is lined into left, base hit. And Dickie Flowers goes to first. Sensendorfer stops at second. And it'll bring up Jimmy Wood. He's 1 for 3. First pitch to Wood. Grounded. It's off the mound. Is there a play at first base? Safe at first. It's a Baltimore hop, and it gives Jimmy Wood an infield single. Going to second is Sensendorfer. Flowers gets to third, and the bases are loaded here with still just 1 out. Here's Steve King. He's 1 for 3. The first pitch to King. Right down broad, 0-1. Here's the 0-1. High, 1-1. Here's the 1-1. Lined into right, that's foul. The 1-2. Rounded back to second. They go home. Did they get him? They got him first. No, it's not in time. So it will be a fielder's choice. It is an FC 4-2. They throw Flowers out at home. Going to second is Wood. Going to third is Sensendorfer. Here's the first pitch to Schaefer. And that's in the dirt, 1-0. Schaefer is 1 for 3 today. First, the 1-0. Grounded over to second. It gets through. Base hit. And that's going to bring in 2. 8-1. It's a 2 RBI single. Schaefer goes to first. What the fuck happened? Hold on. What happened? Why are we in the top of the 8th all of a sudden? What the hell happened? Schaefer singles. Oh, okay. Okay. So Schaefer got on. It's counted as a single. Sensendorfer scores. Okay. Jimmy Woods, that's from third. Jimmy Woods scores from second. But they throw Steve King, who tried to extend his lead, or his King tried to extend his movement, his run from second to third. And they threw him out at third. So it goes down as a 2 RBI single. We move to the top of the 8th inning. So it's 5 runs on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 hits, and they leave 1 man aboard. We go to the top of the 8th. It's 8-1 Kekiongas. Had to check on the issue with the bed. Gotcha. It'll be the 9-1-2 spots due up, but first. New ending, new sponsor. The Great Smokaya is a Portuguese football manager streamer who has a great safe go with TJK Legion. Also plays a bit of Power World and Helldivers. Give him a follow if you haven't already. The Great Smokaya will sponsor our 8th inning here tonight. goodness. Why is it... Copy paste is failing me right now. Copy paste. There we go. Sorry. Oh my god. I was trying to copy. I had sent something to a guy, and he was like, I need to know that info again. Do you have it? And I'm like, it's fucking buried in our DM. Let me scroll all the way up. And then I was trying to copy paste it, and then it just wouldn't copy paste. I'm excited to learn more about this game. Seems really good from the play from the play about I've had so far. It is very good. That first pitch is taken for a strike, right down broad at 0-1. It is a substitution I did not grab. So Bernard is done. They're going to take him out for a pinch hitter. So the pinch hitter will be Bob Addy. You can get free. I'm not affiliated, Mariners. So I can't give you drops, but there are live streamers like EVC in NYC2 right now. I can shout them out actually. He's an affiliated streamer who's live right now, and if you link your two accounts, you can, like your Out of the Park account and your Twitch account, you can get drops, like free packs just from watching affiliated streamers. So, which is really cool. That's what I have. That's really cool. Thank you. I'm excited to play a lot of franchise mode too. Yeah, franchise mode's my favorite, but I do dabble in Perfect Team. I just don't like log in every day and like track the card. Like it goes really deep. There's people who have like full like Google Docs that track card performances, and they'll be like, yeah, this guy's maybe a 97 rated player, but he's not hitting, whereas this 91 rated player is actually hitting a lot better in the game over the course of like all the leagues of the last like 6 weeks. So play him. He's, you know what I mean? There's people who do that level of dive. It's insane. But yeah, Out of the Park affiliated streamers can give you free pack drops for your Perfect Team, which is really cool. Right. Here's the 0-1 pitch. I have applied to be. I just haven't gotten any word back. That's all. That's on the outside corner, 0-2. The guy that rated us earlier, by the way, as well, Hollywood TY24, I believe his name is. Did I get the numbers right? Yeah, Hollywood TY24. He's also Out of the Park affiliated. So if you go follow him, he can give you drops as well. And then if you watch the main channel, which is OOTP Developments, if you watch that one, that you can get additional bundle drops as well, where instead of a pack every 15 minutes, it's a bundle of packs every 90 minutes if you watch the main, and that's weekly. And all the affiliates you can farm drops daily on as well. So plenty of ways to get free packs. Here's the 0-2. That's off the plate, 1-2. Let's send them a strongly worded email. Nah, they did tell me. I talked to, I think his name is Nicolino. And he told me, like, it's a long process. Just please have patience with us. And I'm like, yeah, absolutely. So for me, I sent the email, and I'm like, I'm going to forget about it. And whenever they reach back out to me is whenever they reach back out to me. You know what I mean? So here's the 1-2. It's fouled off. It's 1-2. They might not even want more affiliates. You know what I mean? It's whatever they choose to do. I'm cool with it. I'm still going to play the game either way. It's cool you don't have to buy stuff. So many games where you have to buy packs to have any chance. Yeah. I mean, if you... if you... what was I going to say? if you want to be in the higher leagues at least at the very start of the game cycle, because we're only 3 months into the game cycle, yeah, you're like those players do buy points with money, and they do rip a lot more packs with that. But you can farm, like I genuinely can farm anywhere from 50 to 100 packs in a week. Plus you get a free pack for just logging in every day. And some of those packs, those bonuses stack. Like every 2 weeks you get like a free special pack. So like you get a pack for logging in every day, and then at the end of like 2 weeks you get a silver pack. And then at the end of 4 weeks you get like a gold pack. And then at the end of 8 weeks you can get like a diamond pack. And you're guaranteed better and better players the more you log in, which is really cool as well. Here's the 1-2. They do a lot to make it free-to-play friendly. We'll put it that way. They do a hell of a lot to make it free-to-play friendly. That was inside 2-2. Sorry. All right. Here we go. 2-2 pitch. Grounded over to first. He's going to step on the bag himself, and that will be the first out. So Bob Addy grounds out as pinch hitter. We go back to the top of the order. Bub McAtee settling in. He is 1 for 3. How you been, by the way, Mariners? Hope you're well. Here's the first pitch to McAtee. Grounded over to short. A throw on to first is in time, and that's 2 down. It's going to bring up Al Reach. Reach is 1 for 3 so far today. First pitch to Reach. Foul down the third base side. It's 0-1. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Right at the knees, 0-2. Here's the won the Champions League yet? Thanks, Viva. Here's the Asian Champions League in TLS. Yes. Here's the 0-2. Popped up in the infield, right at second base. Shortstop there. He's got it, and the side is retired. They go down in order here in the top of the 8th. We move to the bottom of the 8th. It's it's 8-1 Fort Wayne. I saw a clip of you winning a trophy on it. Yeah, we won the Syrian First Division North 2 streams ago. I'm doing good. I didn't really sleep too great last night, but I'm doing overall pretty well. What do you call it? But overall, yeah, I'm doing well. I mean, I don't really have anything to complain about. So, I know, shocker, right? But still, yeah, I don't really have anything to complain about. So, right, we're going to take a 3-minute ad break. We'll be back with more in 3 minutes' time. Right, we're back. Thinking about starting a Uzbekistan Build-A-Nation now the international update's out on 26. Just national team, or are you going to have a like a custom database that's going to help you with, like, allow you to play in the domestic league as well? Right, bottom ninth. James League and national team, nice. I need to add James McDermott to the pitchers here. Bernard goes 7 innings. James McDermott. And then let me add him. Let me write him into the batter's lineup in case he has a fielding error. Oh. I like having the sun, like the windows open like this, the blinds. I mean, right? But when the sun does go into clouds, it does make this room dark. Kusanov is one of my favorite players, so I kind of follow Uzbekistan's result. Now, that's awesome, actually. That's one of the. I'm going to be the same way, I think, with Makanya, because he's one of my favorite players, right? Like, and I used to, when Brendan Aronson was first sold to Salzburg, I was the same way, because that was like our first big selling as a club. And then, like, you know, we've had so many players since leave for Europe. But, like, I feel like Makanya is going to be the one when he goes to Europe. I'm going to be the same way. Right. It's the 6, 7, 8 spots due up. Here's the first pitch to Wes Fizzler to start the 8th. That's off the plate, the bottom of the 8th. That's off the plate away, 1-0. Here's the 1-0. That's lined into right. Right fielder going back there. He's got it. And that's the first out. That brings up Fergie Malone. He's 0 for 3. Here's the first pitch to Malone. And that's lined into center, base hit. Really quickly, the game log, right? That last bottom of the 7th. The one that was throw by center fielder to the trailing runner out at third. So that would have been 8-5 on the out. I just wanted to record that in the in the book. Right, here's Dave Birdsall. First pitch to Birdsall, who was 1 for 3 today. Birdsall's grounded that foul down the first base side. Here's the 0-1. And Birdsall fanned at that one. It's 0-2. Oh, do you write the scores and stuff? Yeah, I got a scorebook. Yep. So I actually have a scorebook on the shelf over there that has the entire first half of the season. So we're in August 13th, I think it is. And all the games from April, May, June, and I think a little bit of July are in the scorebook I have on the shelf. And then the first game in this scorebook was the 20th of July, New York at Washington. Awesome. Yeah, I keep score. So I'm going to have this first season's going to be 2 scorebooks worth. But I am going to have 2 scorebooks worth of 1871. So here's the hey, Peaceful Matty B. How you feeling? What's up, brother? I'm tired. But how are you? I'm good though. How are you? Here is the 0-2 pitch to Birdsall. And that is going to get by the catcher. Going to second base is Fergie Malone. And that is it's a pass ball again. And it's 1-2. Welcome in. 1-2 is lined into right, base hit. Malone, is he going to be held at third? He is. It's a single for Birdsall. And there's runners on the corners with just one out. Just seen that huge raid you got earlier. Fucking love that for you. But thank you very much, Dave. Welcome in, man. How are you doing? You got to be getting excited for the Scotland game. I know you're not Scottish, but I feel like everyone over there is taking an invested interest in that game. You know, I'm doing well. Kiddo is over his cold. Mine hasn't started yet, so fingers crossed. Fingers fucking crossed, man. Here's George Zetland settling in. Zetland's 2 for 3. First pitch. That's a strike. No contest. No contest on the advance to second from Birdsall. No Scotland, no party. Hoping they lose, so Heido is raging because I love him. You know what the funny thing is? You know what the funny thing is, Dave? That's such a fucking based take. That's such a fucking based take. I actually hope they do well, but like at the same time, fuck, that is gonna be so funny. Biggest game for Haiti since I started supporting them yesterday. Bro, have you seen the scenes of the Haitian and Brazilian fans partying? Oh my God, that game in Philly next week is going to be off the chain. The Scots have completely taken over Boston. I'm loving it, yeah. Here's the 0-1. That's grounded foul, 0-2. Here's the 0-2 pitch. That's lined into right, base hit, and Fort Wayne has got more runs. Scoring is Fergie Malone. Going to third is Birdsall. RBI single for George Zetland. 9-1 Fort Wayne. Jokes aside, I actually do want Scotland to have it. I would like to see them get out of the group stage because they never have, if I remember correctly. Here's the top of the. We are going to have a substitution. Dinky Flowers, his day is done. He finishes 1 for 4 with an RBI. Ralph Ham is going to settle in as the pinch hitter in this 8th. First pitch to Ham. And he's lined this into left. Base hit. Ralph Ham with an RBI single. Birdsall scores. Going to second is Zetland. 10-1 Fort Wayne. My antenna proved dodgy enough last night. I will be watching the Telemundo feed the rest of the way. I don't blame you. Fox Sports is awful. They took commercial breaks yesterday in the second half and again cut back to the game already in progress. Like the hydration break had ended. And they cut back and it was like a throw-in for Paraguay. And I'm like, how the fuck we get here? Right, here's Count Sensendorfer. He's 2 for 4. First pitch. That's a strike at the knees. 0-1. Here's the 0-1. That's high, 1-1. Good timing, yeah. Here's the 1-1. That's grounded over to first. He's going to step on the bag himself. 2 away. The runners will advance. So Zetland over to third. Ham goes to second. 2 outs. Screw over to Veer. Yeah, I know. That's the second time they've done that in 4 games. We've had 4 games, Peaceful Matty B. They've done that twice. We actually don't get ads during the hydration breaks, which I'm happy with. Yeah, Telemundo, somebody asked Telemundo about it. I don't know if you saw this, Stuart. But somebody asked, like, one of the Telemundo, I guess a press relations or media relations person. And they said, like, something like, don't be serious or something like that. Because they asked Telemundo if they were going to run ads during the hydration break. And they were like, don't be serious. Or quit joking or something like that. And meanwhile, Fox is running ads and cutting back to the game without fucking not in time. I just want this to be the last. Can this please be the last tournament that they ever host? Like, they are not built. They don't have anybody in there who knows anything about the sport. Like, some of the desk hires they have are great. Like, they put Rebecca Lowe as the desk coach. That's awesome. You know, Henri is in there. That's pretty cool. Obviously the game commentators themselves, I've said, are fine. Like, Twelman is good. So I haven't seen enough of Zlatan because this is his first time on the desk, and I'm not going to risk having to listen to him when Alexi Lawless is standing right next to him. I'm just going to turn it off. But, like, he was good last night. Good. But, yeah, like, those people are okay, but then, like, they hire Lawless, and I'm like, I'm good with that. I don't want to even see him on the fucking camera. But, like, the match day commentators themselves are usually okay. The one for the Korea game, she's 50-50. She has moments where she's brilliant, and she has moments where she's awful. But I think a lot of the throws, I just think whoever she was working with, she wasn't used to working with, because he was throwing to her really late. But yeah. No mamas. Yeah. Right. Could have Gary Neville on commentary. That's true. Unrelated news. I think is the last tournament that Panini will be doing the stickers. That sucks. None of that will be interpreted in any way. Our goal is to create an authentic World Cup viewing experience. Yeah. Oh, none of that will be interrupted and not interpreted. Good Lord. Sorry. Right, we're going to have another substitution. Jimmy Woods' day is done. He finishes 2 for 4. I think it's going to be tops from now on with the cards. The ones that they released, by the way, this year, they're like fucking so small. They're so small. I've been watching Tony Jameson unpack them, and he's holding it up, and like he's like this, and it's like no higher than the camera, and his fingers this close to the screen. I'm like, that is fucking tiny as shit. Right, it's Wally Goldsmith who will settle in. First pitch to Goldsmith. He's taking that high for a ball, 1-0. Here's the 1-0. High, 2-0. A 2-0 pitch. And that one is right in front of home plate. It's going to be a strike. And it's knocked down by the catcher. Here's the 2-1. That is popped up in foul territory. Third baseman's there. He's got it, and the side is retired. 2 runs on 4 hits, and they leave 2 men aboard. We go to the top of the 9th. Fort Wayne have a 10-1 lead. It'll be the 3, 4, 5 spots due up. Tom Carey will be the first man up. But first, new inning, new sponsor. Zingarath is an awesome streamer. He does Football Manager. He's got 2 or 3 network saves going in Football Manager. He does PGA Tour 2K25. And he does a few other games as well, like Euro Truck Simulator. Give him a follow if you haven't already. The great Ziggurath sponsors our ninth inning here tonight. I just got to send this off real quick. Cool. I actually have like a collab piece that's being worked on, which is really cool. I need more collab pieces, you know? But the artist asked me a question about the other person's character, and he's like, I wanted to get this right. And I said, oh, okay. So I had to DM the other person on Discord and be like, hey, this is what the artist told me. And then they were like, oh, okay, here. So going to go grab some food. We'll be back later on. We are going to do FM after the Out of the Park as well. So, but yeah, definitely go eat, man. Go get some good food. Right. Tom ninth, and we are going to have a substitute. I can't write for shit, apparently. Tom Carey's day is done. Why are you writing for shit? Shut up. God damn it, Beaver. Tom Carey's day is done. He finishes 0 for 3. Warren White will be the pinch hitter to lead things off here. First pitch to White. And that is in there, 0-1. Here's the 0-1. That is right down Broad Street, 0-2. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Fouled off, still 0-2. The 0-2. Inside, 1-2. Here's the 1-2. Bobby. That's good, Bobby. That's popped up in foul territory. The catcher's got it. Warren White is retired. It's going to bring up Andy Leonard, the shortstop. He's 1 for 3. Just got home. Welcome home, my man. Here's the first pitch. That is flied out into left. Should be playable for the left fielder. He's got it, 2 down. And that'll bring up Tommy Beals, the catcher. He's 0 for 3. First pitch to Beals. That's lined into left. Is that going to stay? It's going to drop for a base hit. And Beals gets a double. Save at second. Just got Powell promoted from French Ligue 2 to Ligue 1. And it's the biggest jump in talent level I have seen. Was not ready for that. Yeah. I feel like I'm going to have the same problem when I go to the Prem. I also think I'm going to have the same problem when I in Argentina, where I'm at now. Going to reinstall my Windows. Keep getting spam emails and shit. I can't be arsed anymore with it. Fair enough. That's a solid talent jump, yeah. Would you say lack of power? God damn it. Right. Here's Gene Kimball. He's 0 for 3. First pitch to Kimball. Inside, ball 1. Here's the 1-0. High, 2-0. The 2-0 pitch. Fouled off, 2-1. Here's the 2-1 pitch. That one, I think that catches the outside corner, and now Boston are down to their last strike. Here's the 2-2. That's high and away, 3-2. The 3-2 pitch. Ball 4. Kimball's walked. That'll bring up Joe Batten. Batten's 0 for 3. First pitch to Batten. That's going to catch the inside part of the plate. 0-1. First going to back up all my FM files. Anything else? Just got to reinstall, really. Yep. There's the 0-1. Fouled, and again, Boston are down to their final strike. The 0-2 pitch. High, 1-2. The 1-2. Lined right at the second baseman. He's got it, and the ball game is over. The Boston Red Stockings come in just a game and a half into lead in the American League. Fort Wayne needing a win just to stay alive in their National League pennant race, and the Kekiongas in front of their home crowd do just that. The final score in this one, the Boston Red Stockings 1, the Fort Wayne Kekiongas 10. He who would pun would pick a pocket. Ship's Doctor, Master and Commander. Oh my God. Right, let's go through your batting lineups. Your final statistics. Starting with the visiting Boston Red Stockings. Before we do that, let's bring in our post-game show sponsor. Dave Hull FC is an awesome Football Manager streamer. He's got a great save going with Gretna Green. Give him a follow if you haven't already. The great Dave Hull FC will sponsor our post-game show. Right. Bub McAtee, 4 at-bats, 1 hit. Al Reach, 4 at-bats, 1 hit. It was a double. He scored a run. He struck out once. Tom Carey, 3 at-bats, no hits. Andy Leonard, 4 at-bats, 1 hit, 1 RBI. Tommy Beals, 4 at-bats, 1 hit, 1 double, 1 strikeout. Gene Kimball, 3 at-bats, no hits, 1 base on balls. Joe Batten, 4 at-bats, no hits. Tom Patterson, 3 at-bats, no hits. Asa Bernard, 2 at-bats, no hits. Bob Addy, 1 at-bat, no hit. Warren White, 1 at-bat, no hits. Final batting statistics for the Boston Red Stockings. 4 and 4 is 8 and 3 is 11, and 4 is 15, and 4 is 19, and 3 is 22, and 4 is 26, and 3 is 31, and 2 is 33, and 1 is 34, and 1's 35. Okay, hold on. 4 and 4 and 8, 3 is 11, 4 is 15, 4 is 19, 3 is 22, 3 is 20, 4 is 26, 3 is 29, 2 is 31, 1 is 32, 1 is 33. 33, sorry. Runs, 1. Hits, I have just 4. That's wow. The best team in the majors got held to just 4 hits. 2 doubles, 1 base on balls, 2 strikeouts, no hits, 1 RBI, 1 RBI, no fielding errors. We'll do the pitching statistics in a moment. Doom, what's good? Your batting statistics for the hometown Fort Wayne Kekiongas. Dickie Flowers had 4 at-bats, 1 hit, 1 RBI. Count Sensendorfer had 5 at-bats, 2 hits, 1 double, 2 runs. Jimmy Wood had 4 at-bats, 2 hits, 1 run. Not much. Congrats on a good win, Leonard. Thank you very much. We looked really good. Steve King, 4 at-bats, 1 hit. Like Balogun and Robinson were huge last night. And Harry Schaefer, probably player of the game here. 4 at-bats, 2 hits, 1 triple, 4 RBIs. Wes Fizzler, 3 at-bats, no hits, 1 base on balls, 1 run, 1 fielding error. Fergie Malone, 4 at bats, 1 hit. 4 at bats, 1 hit. 1 run. Dave Birdsall, 4 at bats, 2 hits, 1 triple, 1 RBI, 2 runs. George Zetlin, 4 at bats, 3 hits, 1 double, 1 run, 1 fielding error. Ralph Ham, 1 at bat, 1 hit, 1 RBI, and Wally Goldsmith, 1 at bat, no hit. You did, but Paraguay also looked incredibly ill-disciplined. That is true. That is true. But the U.S. were so comprehensive, you'd think like you would have hope for the rest of the group, right? Like you would have hope against Australia and Turkey, you know? At 1-0, I said to myself, I said to my friend, they need to calm down or they're getting embarrassed. Yeah. Right. Here's the final batting statistics for the Fort Wayne Kekiongas. 4 and 5 is 9, and 4 and 13, and 4 is 17, and 4 is 21, and 3 is 24, and 4 is 28, and 4 is 32, and 4 is 36, and 1 is 37, and 1 is 38. Runs 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Where am I missing runs? Who is missing runs? Who is missing runs? 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8. I'm missing 2 runs. Wood had 2 runs. I have 1 run. Ready to score the other run. Ow! No wonder. I missed the 4th. Wood in the 4th and King in the 4th. So King has 1 run. Wood has 2. So that brings it up to 10. Hits 1, 3, 5, 6, 8, 9, 11, 14, 15 hits. Yes. Doubles 1, 2, triples 2, base on balls 1, strikeouts none, stolen bases none, sacrifices none, RBIs 1, 5, 6, 7, fielding errors 2. Your pitching statistics now for the Boston Red Stockings. Asa Bernard will be credited with the loss. He drops to 11 and 6, 7 innings pitched. I have his pitch count at 106. 105 is the pitch count. .105. Base on balls 1, I think. Yep. 1, no strikeouts. Hits 11. Runs 8. Earned 7. And then James McDermott, 1 innings pitched. Pitch count 18. Base on balls also 1. No base on balls, no strikeouts. Hits 4. Runs 2. 9. Both of them earned. For the Fort Wayne Kekiongas, George Zetlin gets the win. 9 innings pitched. Pitch count 103. Base on balls 1, strikeouts 2. Hits just 4, runs 1, and it was earned. Zetlin will improve to 15 and 13 on the season. There you go. Close the scorebook. Pack up the pencil. And pack up the pens. And there we go. Slide back in underneath to finish up. Right, official game time, 2 hour, 18 minutes. Official attendance, 1,191. We're going to advance one day. I got a notice. Weekly team power rankings. We're going to advance another day because there's no games on the 14th. Nothing on the 15th. Nothing on the 16th. Nothing on the 17th. Nothing on the 18th. Nothing on the 19th. Nothing on the 20th. And there's our next game. The 21st is our next game. Apparently there's more news. Right. Our next game will be the Cleveland Forest Cities at the New York Mutuals on the 21st of August And that will begin the late season matchups. So we are almost done August. We're in the 21st. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 games left in August. And then we will be into September. Let me catch up on chat. Getting an early goal forced Paraguay out of their style. Yes, also tried to turn it into a true CONCACAF versus common ball match. It was way more Paraguay lost discipline. You could see it. The right back was lucky not to get sent off, but that's just because of his face alone. God damn. After that, there was no game plan. They just thought be physical and that will work, which it didn't. They should have invited more pressure on than pressing like headless chickens. Thank you for the foster check, Viva. It's like in a fight. If someone is so angry, they become predictable. That was Paraguay. Yeah. Right. Let's take a look at what it did to the standings, by the way. The Boston Red Stockings lost. They've lost 4 of their last 5 now. They slipped to 13-6. They are only a game ahead of the Cleveland Forest Cities now in the American League. Cleveland are 8-2 in their last 10. So that's that they're coming on strong as Cleveland. They moved to just a game ahead, or is Boston. Cleveland just a game back. Philadelphia now 3.5 back at 11-11. Washington are 6 games back now at 9-16. In the National League, it keeps Fort Wayne's hopes alive. Rockford top now by 2 complete games at 17-11. They've won 8 straight, and they're 9 out of their last 10 have the Rockford Forest City. Chicago 2 games back at 11-9, have plenty of games in hand. Fort Wayne at 15-13 is trying to stay in the fight as best as they can. The New York Mutuals now are 3.5 games back at 11-12. I think if they lose that next game, they're going to very much be pretty much on the brink of elimination. The Troy Haymakers are already eliminated. They were our first team out of playoff contention. They are at 4-20, having lost 11 straight. The next match is the Cleveland Forest Cities at 12-7 against the New York Mutuals at 11-12. That should be a great one. For those of you on YouTube, this is the end of the recording. Thank you so much for watching. We will catch you on the next one. Until then, take care.